Like you have to go running at 4 a.m. You are 8 years old, you are going to run in the mountains, and why I'm bearing this torture? And my parents have intentionally put me into this. A bold statement to say, but there is always a trauma from their father, especially. Childhood traumas stay with you forever. So I thought कि okay, मैं तो अभी बच्चा हूँ तो इसीलिए मम्मी के पास जाने का मन कर रहा है. I did not know कि this is mental health issues, this is emotional issues, glamorizing the mental health because it has been a like kind of a Bollywood stuff. It's like अमीरों की बीमारी.
So the first emotion would be anger.
I would say anger is the best pre-workout, you can say.
Okay. Hi, my name is Riya Rustagi and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Neofilm. And I would like you to welcome to the podcast Brain and Beyond. Today, I would like to welcome Vishal Singh, a psychologist, to our podcast. Thank you so much, Vishal, for joining us.
It's my honor to join here. Thank you.
So, Vishal, you're a psychologist, an NLP practitioner. You have 3 master's degree. And earlier you were into trading and worked at Wipro.
Yeah, exactly.
So how does all of this fit into one person and one career journey?
Actually, I guess the best psychologists are the ones who have suffered the most. So I belong from an army background. So since I was 8 years old only, I was I got admitted into an army hostel.
Okay.
And it was kind of a very traumatic experience for me at that age. I'm just 8 years of age and I'm living in hostel and all that. So from that stage, and also the army fathers are not so much compassionate, or they do not give you so much that empathy or something.
Right.
So it was always a lack of something, and always you can say my personal negative thoughts and my traumas and all that. So I usually initially when I was in my 12th and during my graduations, it was just to everything just to help me. I used to read self-help books, self-improvement books and everything, so that I can get a new perspective, a new mindset shift, and something that would help me. And there are certain books that really helped me a lot. And so towards that journey, since then, it was just kind of a passion. This self-improvement thing and mental health is actually something.
Okay.
Because honestly, I belong from North India's region. So mental health is really a big taboo there. And
Right.
also when it comes to the army families, mental health means you are just being lazy. They know push your body hard, be disciplined, be etiquette and all of these stuff.
Oh my God.
So that's why but I somehow realized mental health is a thing, and some few advices from the book can really change my life, can really change my focus, and few little bit of activities can improve the quality of my sleep and all these little of things.
Right.
So I got interested towards this thing. So just for the passion, I opted for BA Psychology. It was from an open university. It was not a regular degree. Meanwhile, I was doing my BCom from BHU, from Banaras Hindu University, and later on I did my Masters in Economics Honors from Delhi School of Economics. And throughout this time, psychology was just a side passion because it was an interesting subject, and I used to read it for myself and to help few of my relatives and all. But gradually, when it was time for my masters in psychology, I thought, okay, let's do it. What are the career scopes? And honestly, to be honest, in India, there's not much scope of a psychologist. I was earning way much better than when I was in, when I got placed in Wipro after my masters in economics from Delhi School of Economics. So it was a good job and everything. So I thought, okay, I'll pursue the masters as a passion or something. I'll get the knowledge and I'll get into something. So during that phase also, I got certification with life coach and NLP as well, because NLP in India, it is actually a growing industry right now, but in UK or in you can say in the Western region, in Australia or in the America and all that, NLP is already a very established thing, you can say, and also the practices, the knowledge, the level of advancement there is pretty good. They are quite accurate and quite advanced. So I went for that too, and during all this, I completed my masters of psychology by the end of 2019. It was October or September, and in 2020 the COVID strikes. So since April, I started giving sessions for free, to especially to the students.
Okay.
And just in that from April to October, I have given more than 800 sessions.
Wow.
Just to the students for free, because I was also I had plenty of free times. There was a marriage of my sister in Feb only, so I had left my job in January.
Okay.
So I was not working anywhere. I was totally free. I had the ample time, so I gave the sessions as much as I can maybe over the chat, because people are not comfortable to meet in person or to call or something.
Exactly.
So it was even on chat, even video calls, like whoever was comfortable with whatever mode. So I was just doing that. So during that phase, I find out ki, yeah, okay,
This is of passion to you.
this is something that yeah, actually it's a good thing to do.
Right.
It brings me the satisfaction, and also I have control over my time, and I'm pretty good at it. So why do not take it further? So I also took another some levels of advanced certifications, and in NLP, in life coaching also. Then I went for my MPhil, clinical psychology. So then I started to like pursue it to like full time. So that's how my journey from a corporate to being a psychologist shifted. So but yeah, I would say ki it started from self-help only. And
Vishal, you've touched so many things here, and I would like to discuss each of them.
Yeah, sure.
You mentioned about the army background, coming from an army family. Life was difficult because everything was about discipline and physical health and physical fitness.
Exactly.
And mental health was just considered as you being lazy. For example, it could be your mood swings, it could be depression, it could be having an anxiety attack, it could be the traumatic experiences that you went through by going to a hostel at the age of 8. How does does that stay with you as of now? How did you deal with it when you were 8? And when was the age when you really realized कि अच्छा ये anxiety है?
To be honest, ki, yeah, it still stays with me, and up to an extent ki, I would say ki, like most of the person whose father is in army, so they can relate with me. There is, like, it's a bold statement to say, but there is always a trauma from their father, especially because their father has a different mindset of that army person, to be strict, disciplined, and all that. And also that hostel was not something like normal hostel. It was a proper it's called Rashtriya Military School. I was from Dholpur. There are only 5 hostels in all across India, and you only get admitted at class 6th. That's it. You cannot take admission in class 8, 9, 10th or whatever, only 6. And when you pass out at 12, you directly go to the National Defense of Academics for the NDA in Dehradun. You directly go. So they train you for like a army kid. Like you have to go running at 4 a.m. You are 8 years old. You are going to run in the mountains and Dholpur, like water scarcity and all of that stuff. And they will first of all like wake you up at 4 a.m. do the running, do the physical activities and all. At that age, I'm like, why I'm bearing this torture? And my parents have like intentionally put me into this. So that was a really hard thing for me to digest.
And obviously questioning that love, and obviously feeling that maybe.
And I thought like they have that entrance and an interview. Then you get admitted to it. I have an elder brother. He's 3 years elder to me. So he was also trying to that, but he eventually did not clear the entrance exam. But I did not gather that thing na. I thought कि भाई को नहीं भेजा, मुझे भेज दिया. So that was a double setback on me emotionally कि maybe they love me less और भाई ज़्यादा लाडला है क्या कि. So this all I would say कि like childhood traumas stay with you forever.
Exactly.
So honestly it stayed with me because I was also trying my very hard कि like झूठ बोलना कि मैं खा नहीं रहा हूँ, ये नहीं कर रहा हूँ, वो कर रहा हूँ. Like I tried my every bit कि हाँ मुझे वापस ले जाओ यहाँ से. मैं जितना वहाँ पे करूँ वहाँ पे भी तो वही पूरे फौजी वाले सर्कल बैठे हैं. They would like be disciplined. नहीं ये सब बहानेबाजी कुछ नहीं होता, नहीं खाना तो मत खाओ, ऐसे रहो, ये वो. Because they train you. I accept कि हाँ of course their training is good, ये वो. But everyone is not meant to be in army or everyone is not meant to be a soldier. Some people are not with that mindset. Some people enjoy. There were my friends who were enjoying that treatment. They were happy कि like यहाँ पे freedom है, खाना अच्छा है, ये है, वो है. But I was not enjoying that. So that experience definitely stayed with me, and that.
Did you go to the defense college? When
No,
did you come
actually,
out of the whole experience?
When I was like in class 9th, so I was in a bit of my senses. I was getting the pocket money. I knew how to manage. I knew about the city and all. So I escaped from the hostel. I ran from the hostel. And I came directly to my home. My mother was like, okay, bit acceptable, but father was not accepting that at all. But I said, ki, whether I'll die or I'll commit suicide, but I'll not go back. Wow. That's the scene. So he was like pretty upset. He passed some bold statements too, but yeah, that stayed with me. And from that angle, because I was maybe like 13 or 14, so I also had some knowledge and some you can say the things. So his bold statements at that time कि नहीं करोगे तो क्या करोगे, घर में बैठो फिर ये वो ऐसा वैसा, pretty bold statements. So that stayed with me forever. So since then, like of course anyhow he accepted because my grandparents were there and also my brother, mom, everyone was saying कि छोड़ो रहने दो, यही पढ़ लेगा, he's a good bright student, तो यहाँ से अपना कुछ पढ़ के करेगा. So anyhow, I stayed. I took my normal schooling with all the students. But since that ninth class till I would say my sister's marriage, 2020, there was a gap between me and my father. Just because of this, and there was not a nothing bad gap or something. My father accepted me after 1 to 2 years properly because I was winning the certificates and all that.
Right.
I did my SAT, so my I was ranked 7th in the SAT scores in UP. So he was like quite happy कि चलो पढ़ लो बस कहीं से भी पढ़ो.
Right.
But yeah, I had that experience and I did not knew कि these are trauma or these are something. I was just like कि I have to prove to my father. And I was always getting way out of my zone to prove him कि नहीं मैं बाहर से भी रह के कुछ कर सकता हूँ. So that was the reason कि when I took commerce, तो I wanted कि I get the best college. I did not get the DU, but I get the BHU, Banaras Hindu University. Then I took my masters from DSE. So I was like कि no, I have to prove him कि no, I can earn good, I can like apart from that is also a life, a person can do that ये वो. So I was just into that constant pressure. Even whenever he's coming home for a leave for maybe 15 to 20 days, I was always like कि नहीं मुझे घर में सबसे पहले उठना है कि उनके पहले से भी पहले उठो, वो जो बोल रहे हैं सब कर दो कि like वो मेरे में कोई कमी ना ढूंढ पाए. And that was creating a lot of pressure on me and I was not realizing that. And it was actually damaging me emotionally a lot.
And when did that pressure like just bursted?
It bursted many a times. Like I was crying, even I tried to harm myself few times just because of that. It was not like just because of that pressure. I was already trying so much to cope up with that.
Correct.
And when sometimes he said even the tiniest of the thing, so it would all sum up. And I was like कि इतना करने के बाद भी ये है तो I should harm myself.
And वो self pressure पे जो build होके जो एक last comment
हाँ,
आता था that used to
that
just
was like
break you
वही
down.
छोटी छोटी चीजों का पहाड़ बन गया.
Correct.
So that used to break me down. So when I was in my masters in economics, so I was living in Delhi only. So that time I was living with my elder brother. He was doing his MBA, but he did not knew. But I was into gymming and all. So I ate almost 60-70 pills of multivitamins, omega-3 all together. कि like कुछ नहीं समझ में आया तो मैं क्या करूँ, यही पूरा खा लेता हूँ. तो luckily did not have anything bad happen to me. It was just some nausea and all. But like yeah, I tried to harm myself as well. But when I realized that कि okay, when I was into my journey, so to calm that pressure only, I was into self improvement when I was after my 12th. कि okay, how can I get a peaceful night's sleep? What's the relationship between father and son? ये वो
So the
everything.
journey from self harm to self improvement.
And then it converted into कि okay, the first therapy I ever took was of mine. कि I took all of my classes when I completed my masters, my MA in clinical psychology. I took my therapy for at least, I used to took it daily, like for 1 month, because I was like okay, I have to write down all of the thoughts, I have to do this practice, I have to do this and ये वो, so that I come to a conclusion कि exactly what the thing is and how can I settle scores with my father, because father is something I cannot escape, I cannot quit or anything. And also especially in Indian families, there's no escaping or anything.
You have to make peace with
You
the
have
relationship
to.
that
The
you
relationship with him and with his expectations as well.
Correct.
Till date, he wants me to prepare for UPSC.
Wow.
He's not happy with the psychology stuffs and all that. Till date, he's not happy with that, all of this. But I'm happy with it, and now I'm at peace. Now I'm not trying to like ki, okay, I have to prove to my father I'll join UPSC, I'll pass the exam, then I will ask him कि मुझे कुछ अपना करना है. No, that's your choice, it's my choice, so it's my life, I'm willing to do mine and you do yours. So that's why कि I took my therapy and then it actually helped me. So that showed me a path कि हाँ, अगर मेरे साथ ऐसा हो रहा है तो कितने बच्चे हैं. Like इंडिया में तो I can say almost हर घर में एक बच्चा ऐसा जरूर होता है. तो that's the reason कि जब like it is a very you can say a kind of a joking comment, but स्टिल ये सब रीजंस होते हैं कि जब बड़े होने पे एक छोटा सा ब्रेकअप होता है तो लड़का सुसाइड करने जाता है, बिकॉज बचपन में उसको पेरेंट्स की तरफ से इमोशनल इश्यूज थे, कुछ ना कुछ कहीं ना कहीं से उसको अबैंडनमेंट फील हुआ, मे बी अपने सिबलिंग्स की वजह से, या कंपैरिजन की गई है बचपन में उसके हमेशा. तो दैट्स वाई इस वजह से फ्यूचर में जब कुछ छोटी सी भी चीज होती है वो इतना बोल्ड स्टेप लेता है एंड एवरीवन इज लाइक कि यार तू तो कमजोर है, तू इतना भी नहीं बेयर कर पाया, लाइक इन देयर फ्रेंड सर्कल एंड ऑल. तो दैट इज नॉट द केस. हर कोई हैज़ इक्वल हार्ट एंड एवरीवन हैज़ दैट इक्वल कैपेसिटीज, बट यही है कि कुछ लोग का डैमेज बहुत अर्ली एज से स्टार्ट हो जाता है एंड कुछ लोग वो रियलिटीज देखते हैं कि मे बी आफ्टर 25 और 28 और समथिंग.
Do you still take your own therapy sessions? You're a therapist. Do you go for therapy?
I do not go for therapy, but kind of if you can say, like, I'm not taking therapies properly from a therapist, but yeah, I do have mentors, and they are good. They are great people, and of course, they have more life experience than me, and they help me with the business part as well, and everything like financial terms, my mental health terms, work routine, everything. So yeah, I do have a guiding person. So there are 3 people. Everyone is from different aspects.
Backgrounds.
So and when it comes to the psychological part,
Correct.
when it's coming to the therapy and emotions, so that I try to do myself only, because I know myself better na. I know my whole history and everything.
And you do believe in the fact that self-improvement is a very important factor even when you go to therapists.
Exactly.
For example, if I come to you for therapy, the self-improvement factor, which the things that I do with myself when left alone, that is also a very key factor. Just going to the therapy,
that's not going to work, because to be honest, I would say this is a bold statement, that many people go to the therapy for the sympathy.
Correct.
And I'm not that kind of a therapist who would give you a word of sympathy. I would say it bluntly to your face that you are just being pathetic or something or anything like that. If you're doing anything wrong, so you are wrong. If you have any issue, we'll address that.
Right.
But especially the college going girls, they go to the therapy for the fancy thing of it and for the sympathy part of it. But that is not okay. Of course, if you want to like have someone to talk to share your thoughts, be open and be vocal about it na, ki I am here to just I have no one to share my things, I want to be, and all of that. So be vocal, so the therapist also knows ki what's the goal of this therapy session.
correct. Where do I have to drive you?
But you are saying ki I am depressed, I have childhood trauma, but when I'm asking you are
What's
trying
the
to get
trauma?
into something,
So they're just
there's
using
nothing.
the labels that are going around on
हाँ.
social media कि भाई childhood trauma है, parental issues
Anything,
हैं,
हाँ.
anxiety है.
And they want something to fancy, to fantasize ki give me some pills or something ki, like I would say to my college group ki okay, I'm taking anxiety pills, I'm taking depression pills or something.
Seriously?
Exactly, there are many of, so I try to avoid such like recently I have stopped taking any sessions of the student or college going students, because most of them are like this only. They are not
So they're seeking medication intentionally.
and just for show that they can show
And not
off.
even कि उनको deal करने के लिए बस medication चाहिए, just show off
Show
के लिए
off.
medication
They want to
चाहिए.
show off ki like okay, I am of this stature ki like I'm taking, like my life is so complex ki I need to take medicines and all, and you guys your life is so simple, and also I am like a step above than you all, because I'm dealing with a lot of things. So they are coming up with all of these mindset. So that's why I first of all, like, to be honest, I'm totally against medicines in the psychological aspects, because
Correct.
that's the kind of the lender of the last resort. When the situation is like कि अब तुम पागल हो जाओगे,
Correct.
कुछ नहीं हो सकता, तब भी मेडिसिन के साथ थेरेपी इज मस्ट. सिर्फ मेडिसिन इज नॉट गोइंग टू डू एनीथिंग, दे आर जस्ट गोइंग टू शट डाउन योर ब्रेन, एंड बस जितने देर तक शट डाउन है यू विल फील काम. द मोमेंट उस मेडिसिन का असर खत्म होगा, अगेन यू आर बैक टू दैट हेक्टिक माइंडसेट एंड एवरीथिंग. सो इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट कि आप मेडिसिन लो, थेरेपी भी लो, एंड इनिशियल स्टेजेस में तो काफी जगह पे थेरेपी इज मोर देन इनफ. बट पीपल जस्ट वांट कि नहीं हम सब स्किप करेंगे, हम 19 साल के हैं, हमको मेडिसिन दे दो. आई कैन शो यू द चैट्स ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स लाइक दिस कि सर अब ये छोड़ो ना, आप थेरेपी तो मैं लेती रहूंगी, बट आप कोई मेडिसिन बता सकते हो तब तक. Why should I give you medicine? जब मैं बात कर रहा हूँ and I'm telling you कि you will be fine without medicines, but still they want medicines.
Now my next question, I don't know, kind of makes sense or does not. The stigma that you had in your mind when you were a kid, कि यार पेरेंट्स ने बोला मेंटल हेल्थ इश्यूज तो कुछ होते नहीं है, मैं घर पे कैसे बताऊँ कि मुझे एंजाइटी है. दैट स्टिग्मा अराउंड द वर्ल्ड मेंटल हेल्थ एंड द स्टिग्मा टुडे, is it same, it's got better, it's got worse? What is the stigma and why does it really even exist?
The stigma, like, to be honest, ki it is improving right now. Just purely because of the internet and the awareness of the influencers and all. So that time when I was like 8 years old, so it is closely like in 2004 or 5 something. So we did not have any awareness ki whether mental health is seriously a thing or not. I was confused ki like I am feeling like all this, so what is this?
Right.
So I thought कि okay, मैं तो अभी बच्चा हूँ तो इसीलिए मम्मी के पास जाने का मन कर रहा है. I did not know कि this is mental health issues, this is emotional issues, है ना. I did not know all that. But today kids know.